Hello and welcome back to the magical world. I'd like to apologize in advance for any random noises you might hear. My roommates are being a little loud and they don't understand when I ask them to be quiet. So, no, here we go. Anyways, like I was saying, welcome back to the magical world. Just letting you know now, spoilers. Okay, if you have not seen Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them and you don't want to hear any spoilers about it, click away now. Just go away now because I do not want to spoil this for anyone. Because it's a beautiful, beautiful movie and I love it. Okay, so for those of you who did decide to stay with me, hello. Oh my gosh, it was absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it. I know I already made a video about me talking about, oh my gosh, it was so cool, but now there's one with spoilers because there are several things I wanted to talk about. Okay, let's start off with Salem, Massachusetts. Alright, pretty much everyone should know now about the Salem witch trials. And there are still those who are actually related to people who were tried and murdered in the Salem witch trials. Like me. Actually, there were a lot of No-Majs that were just straight off killed. And if you do not know what a No-Maj is, if you have ever read Harry Potter, it's a muggle. If you don't know what I mean by that, it means a non-magical person. So, a whole bunch of innocent people were killed off because mass hysteria, honestly. Just pretty much mass hysteria. So welcome to Salem Witch Trials. However, going back to the magical world, this could be a reason why there are some American obscurials. Now what's an obscurial? Okay, so in the magical world, we already know about squibs. Squibs are people who are born to a magical family who, unfortunately for them, they did not inherit the magical gene. So they know about the magical world, but they can't participate in it. I mean, they kind of can, like Mr. Filch. He was a janitor in Hogwarts, and he was a squib. So, you know, hey, he was kind of involved. It's just kind of sad. I think that'd be the most depressing thing, is to know about the magical world, but not be able to have that magical power. It would just, it would be heartbreaking. Okay, so now that I've said that, obscurials are people who live in the magical world, or who have the magical ability, but they try to suppress it. Like as a young child, they're terrified of it, so they're trying to compress it and be like, I can't, nope, I don't have this power, just, shh, I'm not a witch, I'm not a wizard, shh, I'm not a witch, I swear. And that eats the person pretty much inside, and it turns into what's called an obscurus. So it's this dark kind of cloud of magic that at specific times when the obscurial is upset or scared or anything like that, it just releases and it just goes nuts. And if you saw Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, you saw exactly that. Only a very, very powerful one. Whew, my goodness. Now, in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Newt Scamander said that there's no record of an obscurial that has survived past the age of 10 until, he meets Credence, and then they have a record of them. So, no record. However, let's rewind the tapes a bit. No record of one. But, if we go back before this Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them was been, if you go to the Deathly Hallows, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Ariana Dumbledore, who is Albus Dumbledore's little sister, we don't really know that much about her. It's mentioned in it that, when Aberforth Dumbledore mentioned, when he was looking at the picture of his sister talking to Harry, Hermione, and Ron, quote, it destroyed her, what they did, end quote. His little sister was attacked by muggles. And what happened was, when she was about 6 or 7, she was assaulted by a bunch of teenage muggle boys who saw her playing around with magic and having fun with magic, and they tried to make her do the same trick, but she was untrained, she didn't know what she was doing, and when she couldn't make the trick happen again, they hurt her. And in the way that it's worded in the book, it sounds like they sexually assaulted her. So she was terrified to use magic again, and it turned in on her. And I'll read the rest of the quote. Sorry, I'll start over again. It destroyed her, what they did. She was never right again. She wouldn't use magic, but she couldn't get rid of it. It turned inward and drove her mad. It exploded out of her when she couldn't control it, and at times she was strange and dangerous. But mostly she was sweet and scared and harmless." End quote. Now, does that sound like anyone we know? Oh, Credence. Exactly. She was an obscurial. It is my theory that Ariana Dumbledore was an obscurial. She accidentally killed her mom when Aberforth and Albus were away at school, because only Aberforth would be able to take care of her when she was in one of her rages, when she had one of her fits. He was able to calm her down, kind of like in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Oh my goodness, with Tina was able to calm Credence down a bit until he was aggravated again, but she was the one that he would listen to. So there are certain people that they can listen to, and then when the Albus and Aberforth the Dumbledore brothers were gone to school, Ariana had one of her fits, and her mom tried to take care of her, but the Obscurus killed her, which is really sad. And then skipping ahead a couple more years, when Gilbert Grindelwald comes into the picture. Oh, Gellert. So if anyone doesn't know, Gellert Grindelwald and Albus Dumbledore were best friends for an entire summer, and many people think that they were lovers. We don't know. And they have the Deathly Hallows. So yeah, there was this huge issue with that. Then you have the fact that Ariana dies, and no one's quite sure. Like they say in the book, that no one knows who fired the shot that killed her. It could have been Aberforth, it could have been Albus, and it could have been Gellert. We don't know. My theory, though, on this is during the battle between Aberforth, Albus, and Gellert, Ariana got into it, and she tried to protect her brother. She was scared, and she tried to protect her brother. She tried to attack him, and her Obscurus came in and attacked her and killed her. So, she was 14 when she died. Now, we know from this that Gellert he ran away after this. He didn't want to deal with the guilt or anything like that, but now we know that he ran off, got the Elder Wand, and he went off to America. Because my theory on this also is the discovery of Ariana's abilities as an Obscurial led him to go look for more Obscurials to use as a super weapon in his war against the Muggles, where he wanted the wizards to be, higher than the Muggles. Magic is might kind of thing. Okay. Which then led him to act in MACUSA as Percival Graves. Now my question is, what happened to Percival Graves? Seriously. He suddenly did... Who was he? Was he an actual Auror before Grindelwald came in? And if he actually was an Auror before Grindelwald came in and took his identity, what happened to the actual Percival Graves? Is he alive? Is it kind of one of those things with Barty Crouch Jr. where he kidnapped Mad-Eye Moody and kept him in a trunk kind of thing? Was Grindelwald using the Polyjuice potion, or was he magicking himself to make himself look like Percival Graves? We don't know. I don't know. But going off to Grindelwald again, one more thing. A lot of people like to pull Voldemort is the Adolf Hitler of the Wizarding world. Now people are going, oh no. But Grindelwald is the Adolf Hitler of the magical world. Okay. Actually, my roommate and I were talking about this. She believes that Voldemort and his followers, the Death Eaters, are similar to the KKK. Think about it. They want purebloods, not half-bloods. It's kind of like a racial thing. In the magical world, the magical kingdom kind of thing, it's the half-bloods, or the mudbloods, or like people of a different color, versus the purebloods, which are people of the higher class color. There's no higher class color. Okay, so... is this so? And is Grindelwald a parallel to Adolf Hitler? Because this is about the same time as World War II. Is it? Is he the thing? Now, there's an issue that I have. If Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, if this franchise makes him the actual Hitler, if Grindelwald suddenly is like, oh, I'm now Adolf Hitler kind of thing, no. I will be absolutely furious, because the fact about Adolf Hitler is he was a man. He was just a normal, no-Maj man who caused such horrible atrocities. If we make him a magical person, that just detracts from all the things that he did. Because the fact remains, he was just a normal person who was given a lot of power, who had the voice to have people come and give him that power to cause these horrible things. And he's not alone. Oh, no, Hitler is not alone in this entire thing. We can't just blame the entire Holocaust on him. There were plenty of people in the entire Holocaust during World War II that caused even more troubles, even more strife, because of their sadistic ways and the ways that they fought. But my thing is, we cannot make him a magical person, because we need to know that everyone needs to know Hitler wasn't, some kind of superhuman kind of being that has all these magical things, and that's why magic corrupted him. But no, he was a human being who was corrupted and who was so angry over certain things that he decided to use that Jews and gypsies and anyone else he could as scapegoats. We can't give him the magical power. It's not right. Okay, my last thing. I have one question for you guys about this. How do you feel about Johnny Depp playing Clark Grindelwald? I know there's a lot of fans out there who really, really don't like that he's playing him. That there's so many other actors that could have played Gellert Grindelwald, and why do we have to have freaking Johnny Depp? Johnny Depp is everything. He is. Seriously, he is everything. You know when your parents tell you, oh, you can be anything you want to be when you grow up. Well, Johnny Depp took that to heart, and he has become practically any character that you can be in the movies. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, but how do you guys feel about that? I'm just curious. Tell me in the comments. That would be great. If you haven't seen Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them and you watched this entire thing, I didn't spoil everything, but shame on you. I really wish there was more to see. Oh, I forgot to mention this. I am wearing my Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them shirt. If you haven't already found out what house you're in, go to pottermore.com. It's awesome. I am a Thunderbird caw. I am a bird in each house I go to. In Hogwarts, I'm a Ravenclaw, and in Ilvermorny, I'm this. Oh, Ilvermorny, completely forgot to mention this. Ilvermorny is the magical school of the North American section. So you've got Hogwarts for the United Kingdom and Ireland. Not Northern Ireland, I mean the Southern Ireland. And then there's all these other wonderful planets, which you can also learn about on Pottermore. You can go find that. You can also find your Patronus, which, surprise, surprise, I'm a Tonkinese cat. No one's really surprised by that. Everyone I tell them, like, oh, yeah, I'm a cat. Isn't that weird? No, it's not. You can find that. You can find what house you're in. You can read up on the story. There's a whole bunch of new things now on YouTube showing the story behind Ilvermorny, which is really cool. I wish they had a bigger budget so they could show us even more, but what they did show us was really good. Let's see, what else? Oh, there's just so much wonderful things you can do on Pottermore. And if you'd like to, if you live near a college, or you can get to a college, or you go to a college, because no, and you can go and watch a Quidditch match, do it. It's really cool. It's kind of confusing at first, but it's really cool. And if you guys think that I should explain Quidditch, I would be happy to do so. I've actually been thinking about trying to make a video with my teammates to show you how is No-Maj Quidditch played, or Muggle Quidditch played. But yeah, just tell me what you guys think in the comments below. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for coming back to me to the magical world.